YouTube. That's weird. Okay, so I'm back again with Zara. Apologies to those who were watching beforehand. I've had a blank screen, so I'm very impressed with that. Okay, so we're going to get stuck straight into it. Rightio. Just going to walk on. Usually she'll just go without having a kick, but today she's been a bit silly. Okay, so I'm here today with Zara. She doesn't want to do too much because it's starting to get hot. Josh! Papa! Sudi, in your house, please. Dogs are barking, so I'm going to ask them to be quiet and don't fight. I'm going to ask her to be quiet. Keep walking. A little quicker of a pace. You can hear the squeaking saddle. It really is that new, it's still squeaky. And it's a beautiful saddle, I love it. It's a rough out, full rough out. And I'm going to get too close to the edge of there. Ask a little Trot here. Little Trot. Okay. Come on, Trot. I'm trying to put my energy up there, but she's given me a little bit of a no, I don't want to do it. Which is understandable because she's not been this consistent work for a while. She's actually not doing too badly. But I'd like her to be a little bit more responsive. Get up. She wants to stand in front of the camera. I'm going to go the other direction. The other day, I went and had a trial on a horse. Oh, it's very interesting. Lovely horse. He was just so big. He was 16 points in hand. And he was huge. He was like a big, he looked like a big old farmer. Come on. After riding him, her trot feels like I'm riding a particularly bumpy road. I'm used to small horses, but once you've gotten on a real big one, it's been a while since you've been on the bigger one, then when you get on a big one, then you come back. It can be quite crazy. Get up. I'm not going to rise the trot, I'm going to sit the trot. So I want her to go through it. She's got the stick with me. That's okay. This is how she goes. She does this on the ground, it doesn't matter what you do. She's always cranky pants. Been like it her whole life. And we're going to just get her to do some cantered her for a very long time, and I usually have to force a canter on her to get her to get up, but she just did it for me, and I've slowed down quickly afterwards because I'm just astonished that I've done it. It's been a while since we've done a canter. I used to canter her all the place, all over. I used to canter all the way up to the post office on a daily basis years ago. I'm going to go this direction now. But the fact that she's done a canter without trying to bump or do anything silly was lovely. Sometimes when she's been out of work, she'll try a little hiccup when she's transitioning. Tried going one bend. I said no, I'm not feeling it. I'm a little bit off with my seat. I can feel myself. This saddle's a little bit smaller, a bit bigger I mean, than the other one that I ride in. I like it. It's wonderful, but it's a bit loose. Better go round again. Good job. Gonna turn again. I want her to listen to me. And she's doing a great job. She's listening to my leg aid. And whoa. There we go. That was really nice. She's done a great job. And does anybody have any questions at all about her or about me? My channel is called Nervous Rider. Please do subscribe if you want to see things like this regularly. I am somebody who's been around horses for many years, and I'm nearly 50 years old. I've been riding since I was about 2 was the first time I ever got on a horse, but when I was about 6 and a half I really started riding. And I actually broke a horse in when I was 6 and a half years old, and I did not even know that I'd done it till later on the farmer let me know. So for me, working with horses has always been something wonderful. I was put into a children's home and there was a horse in the paddock there, and that's how I got to ride at 6 and a half years of age. And that horse kept me going through the 4 and a half years of being there. So I left there when I was about 11 years old. And I had the horse there for probably 2, maybe 3 of those years. Not quite sure. It's been 2 to 3 years. And then they sold some of the land off. Now she's nice and relaxed here, but her neck is a little stiff. I'm going to get her started again. We're going to go without any kind of having to do anything other than just move my reins forward. And, well, use my reins to control it and use my seat and my voice. Trot. Trot. Now, I'm trying to not use my feet, but I'm having to use them now. She's not listening. So I'm going to ask her to side reining. There's not much neck on this pony. If you go flying forwards, you will come off. I've never come off her. Not once. Been lucky. I have had other people that have fallen off of her. But for the most part, good job. Excellent job. She's actually digging in now and she's listening with her ears. She's got her ears forward. She's listening nicely. I've got a loose rein here. She's not going too fast. Good girl. We're in a nice canter. And wall. And shot. There we go. And that is lovely. Now that came out of just me moving forward, rocking my seat forward and asking her. And she was absolutely stunningly well. She's beautiful. Good girl. And that's where I start building trust tripped over. We had a trip. Don't know what happened there. She just tripped over. And she just feels a little bit funny after that trip. So we're going to ask her to walk slowly. Walk on slowly. There we go. Hoping she hasn't pushed herself. No, she feels fine. I don't know what we tripped on. Maybe there's a blade of grass or a rock or something that she's tripped on. Good girl. She tripped about here. So, not sure what happened there. We're going to trot again. We're going to keep a nice steady trot. Ah. Good. Use my seat again to settle down. I'm a little apprehensive right now about going into a canter across there. So I'm going to wall. Good girl. Give her a break for a minute. Let her have a think about what we just did. That was pretty good, but she did have a bit of a trip there. And horses trip a lot, but she's tripped on virtually nothing, so maybe she just wasn't paying attention and she's just not used to carrying the weight, and she's just had a little bit of a misfortune there. But I'm going to jump off and see if there's any questions or anybody wants to ask anything about her, and give her a break for just a minute. I'm actually very glad I've done some cantering. I'm extremely proud of myself, but when I cantered I did not panic, which is the first time I've not panicked in a canter for a while. That's a girl. She's a mare. Her name is Zara, and she is 15 years old. I've had her since she was 7 years old. Well, she's just turning 7 when I got her, so she was 6. So I've had her for many years. And she's a pony that I got off a lady who bought her to be a therapy horse, but she doesn't like people, so she bites people a lot, and she gets aggressive with people sometimes. So you wouldn't know it the way she is being right now, but when you earn her trust, she's wonderful. But she can be very she'll bluff a lot. She'll pin her ears at you. She'll, have a bit of a go at you every now and again, just if you let her get away with it. But and what we simply do is, when she does things like that, we correct it immediately and we start some work on that, and we get it nipped in the butt real quick. She doesn't often do it now. She's getting older. She's settled down now. When she was younger, she tried and tested a lot, but now she's a lot calmer. Yeah, she's absolutely beautiful. She is stunning, and she knows it. She likes looking at herself in a mirror. One time we brought a mirror out, and she just stood there and just looked at herself for ages and talked to herself. She thought it was another horse, I think. But she does like being on camera. She likes getting pictures taken. If you've got a camera and you're taking a photo of another horse, she'll go in and she'll photobomb it. She'll go right between you. She just loves, she's a diva. She's a diva. Now, she can be a bit crazy at times. Sometimes she'll do some naughty things for people. I've had only a couple of people that have ridden her has she been good for. I'm one of them. She was actually naughty for me when I first got her. She used to buck and have a bit of a problem every now and again. When you're going to try to get her to do some work, she'll just put in a little, or not much of a buck, more of a hiccupy little, on the spot, whatever it's called, pig root or whatever it's called. Nothing major, nothing big and giant, but enough to sort of go, oh, I'm going to scare you, but she didn't really scare me. So hence I've had her for a long time, and I've had a lot of people that have come in to have a go on her that have never ridden in their life, and they get on her, and she's beautiful. She's calm. She'll adjust to the rider. If she thinks you are somebody who knows what you're doing, she'll test you. If she thinks you're a complete beginner, she'll be as calm as anything, and she'll be quiet, and she'll be peaceful for you. I put my 5-year-old grandson on her. He actually rode her at first time when he was about 3. So he loves her and he likes getting on and riding her. She's a fantastic trail horse. I used to take her out every single day, and we used to go for 6 to 8 hours at a time. Not every single day, but at least 2 to 3 times a week I'd be gone for 6 to 8 hours, just me and her, up in the valley, up in the mountain or down in the valley in the common area. Just getting these seeds out. They're little, yeah, I know, she's weak. But she's a lovely girl, and she can be really sweet and really lovely. She's a little stubborn, so whoever trained and broke her in did a very different way to what I would have done it. So she has an issue with being tied up. If you try to tie her up, she'll panic and carry on. However, I have kind of corrected that fairly well with a system that allows for her to be able to actually really get off if she has to. If she panics badly, she can get off, but she's got the ability to not have to get off. But you've got long whiskers, you do. Hey, yes, you do. She just wants to get out and go and eat some food. Have you ever jumped her? Yes, I used to jump her all the time. Hey, Skelly, how you doing? I used to jump her all the time. We used to jump over big logs and stuff. We used to go out in the bush and jump over everything we could find. But she unfortunately was attacked by a couple of Kelpie dogs, which was very weird because Kelpies don't generally attack stock. But these ones were from the city who moved out here, and they didn't lock their dogs up and test their dogs' demeanour around sheep and cattle. So they came up and they ripped her back legs up. And ever since then, she's been unable to sort of do jumping anymore. She also had an injury on her front right side, down right near the hoof. She got caught in a piece of fencing that was under the ground that she dug up, and very old fencing, but the wire got caught round it, so we almost lost her foot at that point. She got it back, but she can do little tiny jumps, but nothing big. So, what's the temperature here? Oh, was she a spooky jumper? No, she was good at jumping. She's very good. She'll go over. You point and she'll go over. Doesn't refuse. She'll try to get out of maybe winding around if you let her, but if you don't let her, she'll jump away. Whatever you point over, she'll go over. I'm the one who's nervous about going over a jump now because I'm too old. But you're gonna live stream in 20 minutes, Skell. Okay, I'll see if I can get on there. But yeah, will she let people ride her? Yeah, Brooklyn, she will let people ride her. She's, like I said, my grandson, who's just turned 5, rode her. He was up here a couple of weeks ago at Christmas and he went for a ride on her. I had a 6-year-old little girl that was learning to ride. She learned to ride on her. Yeah, she's a great horse for teaching people to ride. And she's very patient with children. She loves kids, and she's only a small pony. She's not a big pony, so she's a 13.2 hand pony, so she's not big. I've also got another horse who is coming over here now. I'll show you on the other side. This big fella coming up here, big girl. You'll see her in just a minute. There she goes. That's Ellie, and Ellie's 15 hands, just over 15 hands. So Ellie is a very different horse to Zara. She's only 4 years old, very young, very new to riding, and she's a lovely horse to ride, beautiful girl to ride, very gentle girl, but sometimes can be a bit silly because she's young. So I have put a 6-year-old on her and led her around, but I haven't put any other kids on her. She was fine with the 6-year-old, but just because she's young and inexperienced, I don't like to put young people on her at this stage. But she's a beautiful girl too. So, can you start riding? Yeah, I can get back on in a second. If my knees let me, I'll jump back on. All right. So, She hasn't been ridden very often for very long at the moment, so she's a little bit. And what I'll do this time, because I get on each time I'll get on a different side, so she understands that you don't want a horse to only ever get on one side. That's the way some people do teach them, only to ever have somebody on one side. But the problem with that is, if somebody comes on this side, on the far side, the horses then get scared. So you've got to do everything that you do on the good side, you do near side, you do on the far side. And then you have a horse that's versatile. It's also good for the horse's back, because you're giving it a break from getting on and off on one side only. Getting on is actually taxing a little bit for the horse. So drop, drop, drop. It's going to ask her to drop, 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 drop. I just want her to relax her head there, so she's nice and calm there. It's going to give her a massage here and get her to feel nice and relaxed. There we go. It's something I like to do while I'm on them. The other thing I like to do is just do weird things that maybe ordinarily you wouldn't do, so that they're not worried about things. Quiet. So the dogs are being silly again. All right, I'm going to take her for a walk. Yep. There we go. She's going to listen. That's beautiful. I'm just going to walk around. I'm going to go back this way. And I'm using a technique called neck reining. Later on you'll be able to see from the horse's point of view when I upload the video. Ready? I want her to just settle down. She's angry because of the bit. And whoa. Whoa. So she kind of didn't want to stop then, so I'm going to back her up. Back up. Back up. And whoa. So that's a pretty good little set of work. I'm going to come off this side, but I'm going to wait till she drops her head. So she's nice and calm. I'm going to keep her head down while I'm jumping down, so she understands it's nice and calm. And that way, what people make the mistake of, when you have a horse that rears its head up while you're getting off, you're putting yourself in a bad position. You're also putting the horse in a bad position because their neck's up high. You can kind of do some damage to them. You always want your horse to have its neck down calm before you hop off. Even if you're scared, unless it's an emergency and you must jump right off, even if you're scared, it is best to let the horse calm down first before you exit and get off, if you can. Now, I'm scared of riding, so I understand what it's like if you're frightened. And I totally get it if people aren't happy to stay on a horse. I always say, if you're not comfortable, then get off. But she's been beautiful today. She's actually done absolutely everything perfectly that I could have asked her to do. And considering she hasn't been ridden for quite some time, she was really good. Hasn't really worked up any kind of a sweat. I'm going to do one more thing before I release her. I'm going to jump on bareback for a moment. I always like to do that just to ground myself. It's about the trust. And when she lets me jump on bareback, that gives me a lot more confidence for the next time when I come and ride her or I ride the other girl, Ellie. So I may do some work this afternoon. All right, take this one off. Good girl. Oh no, hi. No, no, not yet. Come on, come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go gentle. Good girl. So she was about to go and have a roll then. But I forgot that I just said I'm going to jump on bareback. So before she has a roll, I'm going to need to put this back on. I don't know why I took it off. She's going to go. Oops. Now that wasn't very clever of me because she's going to be cranky about putting this back on. But your horse should really be accepting of this regardless. Any time that you ask, they ought to be accepting. If your horse is being silly about getting bridled, then correct that before you start doing anything else, because if you don't, they're being disrespectful. It's like naughty kids, naughty children that don't want to listen to their parents. If you just ignore the behaviour, it'll get worse. If you correct it and maybe give them a consequence, like maybe they don't get their afternoon treat, or maybe they can't play the Nintendo game or something like that, which is what I did as a mum. I'd empty out their bedroom if they were bad, real bad, but didn't have to do it often because they understood. Now, so see if she'll let me jump on bareback. What I'll do, I'll get her situated where it's a bit safer for her to stand, for me to jump. Not too close to the fence. We'll see if I can do my Indian jump. So she's pretty well where she needs to be. Let's see if I can do it in the first go. Let's see. Now remembering, guys, I'm nearly 50 years old, so I'm pretty old. I'm an old grandma. I've got 4 slip discs in my neck. I broke my back 9 years ago. So I've got a lot of ailments. My knee isn't right. And this is what I do to keep myself from not doing anything. This keeps me fit. It keeps me healthy. It keeps my knees and body moving. Keeps me being able to do the things I'm doing. And it keeps her fit as well. She's getting old too. We're both getting old together. So I'm just going to do some stretches first of all. So my back is going to be able to do this without drama. Nice stretch there. Good girl. She knows what I'm going to do. And she's ready. Hold on. Okay, who thinks I'm going to be able to do this? I'm going to ask the question before I jump on. Who thinks I can do this in one go? Don't your legs get raw from the saddle? No, because I've got a very high quality saddle and it's a high quality leather and it's a rough out. So rough out just means that you're on the back of the tanned hide. It's not the tanned side, it's the back side. So it's grippy. So no, my legs don't hurt at all. If I had one of my other saddles, which I used to use, probably I'd be in pain. But also because I have a fender saddle, you don't get pinched by the leg straps the way that you would if you was in a general all-purpose or jumping saddle or something like that. So the fender saddles are just nicer to ride in. It's too hot in Australia to wear long pants. I wouldn't be able to be out here. I've got a long sleeve top on. because I get sunburnt like you wouldn't believe. And I'll probably get a bit burnt on my legs today. Generally, I'll ride when it's not too hot, but I'm a bit slower and late today. But we'll see how we go. So you think Branson thinks I'm going to be able to get on? Or, is it Branson or Brennan? Branson. All right. Well, let's see. We'll try it. Here we go. She says, I don't know, Mum. Don't know if you're going to get on me like this. Might be a bit of a drama. She just wants me to hurry up so she can go. So see how she's got her head up high there? She says, I don't want you to get on me. I don't like you getting on bareback. I don't want to work anymore. You took the saddle off and I think I'm done for the day. Drop. I want her to listen and drop her head nicely so that when I get on, yeah, she's nice and calm now. Now she's starting to go, hurry up and do it. So I'm going to get her to turn slightly this way for the balance factor. So when I get on, she's got one leg forward there. That way if she needs to move, she's already got her head in the direction she needs to go in. And I'm right. I won't be able to lose control. Here we go. And that's how quickly and easily you can jump on her. Quick, isn't it? And she says, yeah, now hurry up and get off. And I'm going to relieve her by getting down when she drops. Once she drops her head. Oh, a little better. Oh, I slid off too early. So that's how we do it. That's the Indian way of getting on. American Indian way. And the Arabian way of getting on. It's just a way of getting on. It's the most commonsensical way to get on a horse. One big swift jump over. You don't put any pressure on them or their spine. You literally flow across quietly and calmly. Now she can go and have her she's going to go and roll. Go on, Bub. You can go roll now. She's waiting to make sure that I'm all right with her leaving. You're finished now, Bubby. Good girl. Go on. All done. All done. She says, thanks, Mum. Off you go. And we'll take ourselves over here and we'll watch her have a roll in a moment. So how cool is that when you can just get on like that? It's awesome. And it indicates also to me that I have a good level of fitness to be able to do that. If I can't do that, then my fitness isn't good. And I have to start working at my fitness. Now hang on, before you go doing that, Bubby girl, there is a sharp thing here that might cause you a problem. It's a little piece of hoof from the last time it shrinks. That's her whole hoof, but it shrinks down. The dogs like to eat it. It's from the farrier coming out. Okay, Bub. Go ahead. Go on. Have a roll. She's like, oh, no, I want you to open the gate. Okay. Let's open the gate. Want to go out here and roll, or you want to roll in here? What do you want to do? And she says, well, am I allowed out? I'm allowed out. You're allowed out because you worked today. You worked hard. We cantered and everything. It was crazy. It was awesome. And see, I think the reason I was able to do that, because I haven't been able to canter her for a long time, I've been frightened. The reason was because I got on a big giant 16, nearly 17 hand thoroughbred that inspired me that if I could get on him, then I can do pretty much anything. He's a lovely horse, but just too big for me to be able to deal with on the ground. So she's going to probably have a roll in a minute. She's just watching them. She's not going to have a roll. Oh, this is interesting. She's just hanging where she is. So yeah, that's pretty much Zara, and she's probably my, well, she's my hearty horse, like they say you have a heart horse. She's my heart horse, I suppose. I had one when I was about 16 who I totally loved, and he passed away when he was 38 years old. He was a fantastic horse. Oh, she's rolling in the wrong spot. Why is she rolling there? That is not a smart place to roll. Zoe, why did you roll there? Zara, what was that about? Silly girl. She's going to do it again. That's not a good spot to roll. Oh my God, she's probably going to roll into the fence and get stuck. Oh well, live and learn. Down she goes. She knows what she's doing. Up you get. You know you can't go there. If you want to do a proper flippy roll, go back in your round yard where it's sandier. Hey? Silly girl. What was that all about? Hey? And you can see the attitude she's having with me right now. She's pulling her ears, getting cranky because she wants to go in there. No, we're not going in there. We're not. We're not. Ellie's in there and Ellie will bite you. She doesn't get along with Ellie. So she's got to stay out here. And then I'll swap her and Ellie over in the afternoon. And Ellie can come out for a bit and she can go in. But she wants to go in down that back paddock. She likes it down there because there's 2 horses down there right now. And I've got old Henry on the other side. Now, where did I put my glasses? Oh, that's right. I just tried to look and I can't see anything without my glasses. Just give me a moment. I'll be able to answer any questions or anything else in a minute. Oh, good. No questions. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for watching. Wasn't a really long segment, but at least you got to see some things happen. And I got to do a canter on her. I got to work her for at least nearly 25 minutes, so that's good. Okay, I'm going to go put this stuff away and I'll catch everybody later. I'm going to do some drawing soon, so like and subscribe. And if you like drawing, I may be streaming some drawing in a couple of hours. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.